traditionally, my people would make dolls out of corn husk. So this is kind of rare to see. I can't tell how old they are, but the fact that they have wooden bodies and a carved face is quite unique. From what I remember, when we make a corn husk doll, we don't put the face on it because it sets, in a way, I don't know how to describe this, but it sets it. For example, in our culture, when we take a name at our birth, when we die, it is taken back. It is given back and allowed to be used again. So you don't die with your name, it's actually taken back in a ceremony. And I would say that would be the same thing for a corn husk doll. When you put the face on, it sets it. And that would be contrary to the way that we use names. There's a modern day reflection of that in the fact that my community does not have street signs. And I did some research on that, and I found that one of the reasons that people believe we don't have street signs is because that too would set the name. And that goes contrary to our culture.
Is the dress a sort of a way of dressing that you recognize at all?
Yes, it is actually. If you notice, both the man and the woman, or the girl and the boy, have leggings, and those are very common. The way that we make our traditional outfits is with leggings. At least for the women, it's a leggings and an underskirt with an overdress, and then a sash, or sometimes not a sash. And so this woman is wearing, to me, what looks like more of a dress after contact, because new materials were introduced and we began to use trade cloth and wool in place of more natural materials. Not to say that those aren't natural, but they're man-made. Also, I think that she has a shawl on. Shawls are very important to us. We still use them. What we do is when the women are dancing, what we do is we fold it and we put it over our arm. And usually there's fringe at the bottom. And so when a woman dances in the longhouse, she sways. It's a very beautiful movement, and it's called the shuffle. And what it does is your feet never leave the ground. It's reminding you of your connection to Mother Earth, because women are we are the first ones who are connected with Mother Earth through virtue of being the child bearers. So when we dance in the inner ring, and we dance and our feet never leave the ground, and so we do this shuffle. And when you shuffle, the fringe sways as you move, and it's also reminding us of our work in the fields, because the women were the ones who did the cultivating of the corn, the beans, and the squash. And it reminds us of the wind rustling through the corn stalks. So that movement of the shawl and of the fringe is a way to remind us of that, and remind us also of our responsibilities as Kanien'kehá:ka women. The man is wearing leggings. After contact, we began wearing what's called trade shirts, which are long, white, heavy cotton shirts. And to me, that looks like what he's wearing. And also the women as well, it looks like that's what she has on, along with the leggings.
The style of clothing today, obviously very Western adopted clothing for the most part, but for great occasions such as graduation, you still make clothing in a traditional way to traditional styles. Yes. But there's a sort of mixing going on as well.
Yeah, we have incorporated a lot of calico. which is a type of, I guess, a flowered design on cotton. And that's what we use as the overdress. And then we have the underskirt, which is usually velvet or wool, or just another solid color of cotton. And then we also have the leggings and the moccasins as well. And we have the style of the overdress is, well, it's more of a personal choice these days. So each nation in the Confederacy, the Kanien'kehá:ka, the Oneida, the Onondaga, the Cayuga, the Seneca, and the Tuscarora, we all had our own styles of dress. And so what we've done is now there's very much an intermixing. So, for example, my daughter is 12 and she's graduating from elementary school, and she asked me to have a traditional outfit made for her. So we did, and we decided that it would have like a Western collar with buttons down the front, and then sleeves with cuffs, and then the underskirt and the leggings. And they say that when you make, when the process of making your traditional dress is a lifelong process, because you continually add to it. For example, when I was pregnant with her 12 years ago, I made a traditional outfit. And I've spent gradually, I mean, at certain times, I will pick it up and I will continue to add beadwork to the bottom, to the underskirt and the leggings. Or I'll change a sash or add silver brooches. So it's an ongoing process, which is reflective of life. Because when things are there, they're material things, but they also have a life of their own.